I'm going to take us a little detour before we talk about fascia and talk about pelvic floor for a moment. So normally on the natural stones, I do not have any issues with pelvic floor weaknesses. Due to my back injury last year, I worked using the McGill 3, which is essentially like doing the bug, the like alternate arm to leg, and really like getting my core. So I think I've improved my pelvic strength through improving my core. But when I was doing Atlas stones, when I was in strongman, when I was getting to those heavy lifts of like 240 pounds. Now, granted, I've had 2 children naturally, and I'm a heavier athlete as well as I'm now 50. And so I would have pelvic weakness throughout those lifts. And you'll see a lot of women having it in their deadlifts as well. What as women can we do to kind of improve that through functional fitness, through stone lifting, through practice?
Yes, I would say daily practice will be efficient. You can practice like 6 to 8 breaths once or twice a day. You want to practice those breaths with your pelvic floor activation. So you can, do we want to go all the way into pelvic floor activation or?
Why not? I'm very keenly interested.
Okay. So we got pelvic floor activations. All right. We've got PFAs. So we've got PFA slow, and this is the pelvic floor activation that is synced with your breath. So as we take in that 360 breath, we're going to feel the pelvic floor drop down to create space. So it's like filling up a balloon. So even as you're filling up that 360 space, you also want the pelvic floor to drop down. And it kind of feels like the blooming of a flower, and that will sync your breath with your body. And then the PFA fast, which is just moving the pelvic floor independently of your breath at a quick tempo. So there are 4 parts to your pelvic floor. If we're looking at a bottom view, right? We've got the front, we've got the back, and we've got the 2 sides. And what we want to do in those pelvic floor activations are bring all 4 corners together, all 4 parts together, as we exhale. So we inhale, we take those corners apart, let them spread apart, let it make space, let everything bloom. And then as we exhale, we're going to hug the balloon in, like hug the air of balloon of air in your torso. But we're also going to bring the pelvic floor up. It's going to feel like you're trying to like pull a tampon up into your body.
Yep.
Yeah. And so it pulls the pelvic floor up and gives you that bracing underneath that your core needs to support all of your organs, support your bladder, especially while you're working out. It's important to brace that core and be able to move. So a lot of women experience tight pelvic floor, meaning it can't relax. And so it's really important to be able to relax and to be able to move, because it's a muscle just like everything else and needs its full range of motion.
Awesome. Okay, that is fantastic. Thank you for that kind of diversion. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because like it is definitely part of strongman that I felt that, and it's unfortunate because it can really impact you mentally,
Yes.
and women don't have to stay like that.
No.
It's something that's something that can be addressed with a number of
Yes,
interventions.
absolutely. But I think also creating the culture that it is okay and it's normal and it happens is important, because it does. I mean, I've seen women on the powerlifting floor, they pee, and that's okay, and we have to accept that, even though, yes, we are struggling with that mentally. We're constantly have that fear of, what is this doing to my body? Like, is it just going to come out, right?
Yeah.
We still have to, make sure that we recognize that it's okay.
I love that.